This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks around the world. Here now, the news for October 7th, 2024. At a special 9 a.m. update from the National Hurricane Center, they confirmed that Hurricane Milton has strengthened to a Category 4 storm. Again, that's as of filming. Obviously, by the time you're watching this, things could have changed. For the absolute latest, check with the official sources for actual hurricane updates. But we, of course, will keep you in the loop on operational updates across Walt Disney World and including Universal Orlando at WDWNT.com and on our social media platforms. But based on the most recent cone map at time of recording, the storm is forecasted to hit central Florida, including the Walt Disney World Resort area in the early hours of the morning on Thursday. And per the update, maximum sustained winds are estimated to be at 150 miles per hour. At this time, neither Disney nor Universal have made announcements regarding the closures for Hurricane Milton. Both of the resorts' web pages for weather updates have not been updated since Sunday. And for the time being, both resorts are operating under normal conditions, but closures of some sort seem all but imminent at this time. By the time you're watching this, something has probably been announced. Who knows? Florida Governor Ron DeSantis declared a state of emergency on Saturday, October 5th, when Milton was still a tropical storm. In addition, Walt Disney World is waiving cancellation and change fees for guests with reservations at resort hotels. The following changes are in effect for the policy. Due to potential weather impacts to guest travel plans, change and cancellation fees imposed by Disney will be waived for check-in dates of Sunday, October 6th through Saturday, October 12th. Most room-only and vacation packages can be modified or canceled online, including changes to travel dates without fees. Packages including air transportation or services provided by third parties or those with travel protection cannot be modified or canceled online. For guests with these reservations, please call for assistance. This applies to stays, again, with check-in dates between October 6th and the 12th. Walt Disney World is also no longer allowing guests to make park reservations for Wednesday, October 9th. All other dates for this week show as available, with all parks available. Again, it's weird because now it sounds like Thursday is going to be the big impact day, at least as of recording. So I'm surprised they haven't taken them off for Thursday yet, but we'll wait and see. Walt Disney World has also paused hotel reservations for Wednesday, October 9th and Thursday, October 10th. We also noticed that DVC reservations are unavailable for October 8th, 9th, and 10th. The next available night at any DVC resort for Walt Disney World is Friday, October 11th. No official statement was issued on the hotel reservations, but rooms are not available to book on those dates. Of course, I want to wish everyone a safe couple days ahead for those who will be impacted by this. It seems that we will be impacted. Hopefully, it will not be bad here. We are expecting park closures and things of the sort, so if you have a trip planned or you're in the area and wondering if you could actually go out, head to WDWNT.com. And of course, if you are in an area where you are in danger, please check with more official sources than your favorite Disney news blog, although we will let you know what we know. But what we're checking is available to you. While we have sources for theme park news, we don't really have sources for weather news. It's not really in our breadth of coverage. So keep that in mind, and I hope everybody stays safe during this storm because, obviously we believe we will have a news show on Wednesday. We may have to record it on Tuesday night to make sure we actually have a show for you on Wednesday. We will see what happens. But again, for the latest, check our social media and check our website. All right, now we're going to get to the fun stuff. Marley, the American crocodile, who used to be housed in DinoLand, U.S.A., has been removed from his former habitat at Animal Kingdom as they begin preparations for Pueblo Esperanza, that is that tropical America's themed land. On Monday, September 30th, we snapped this picture of Marley chilling in the shade at his habitat in DinoLand. We didn't realize that would be our last chance to see him. But on our last visit to Animal Kingdom, we noticed that Marley is no longer there. The pool, which took up a majority of his living space, has been drained, and the sign that used to give information about Marley and his species has been removed from the fence around the habitat. At this time, Disney has not announced where Marley will be moved to. There are numerous trails around Animal Kingdom, be it the Oasis, the Discovery Island trails, etc. I don't know that he makes sense at Gorilla Falls or Maharaja Jungle Trek, but we may see him in a new habitat. Also in the past, sometimes they've just kept animals in the back for a couple of years while construction goes on, and then they come back. He could be part of Pueblo Esperanza. He might be there somewhere. You know, again, he lives in the Americas, so he wouldn't be out of place. The land will not open, though, until 2027, so we may not see him back until then. I do remember specifically one interesting story. While Pandora was being constructed, Annie the Anteater was removed. And you're probably saying, well, Annie the Anteater didn't live near Pandora. No, she didn't. But she was really bothered by the construction noises all the way from the Oasis. And so she was gone the entirety of the Pandora construction. So some animals don't like to hear the banging and the drilling and the welding noises, all that kind of stuff. So, but the expectation here is something in that area is going to be modified. And so either his home's not going to be there, or we'll have to wait and see. Marley's removal, though, again, is part of the phased closing of DinoLand U.S.A. Rumors indicate the phased closure will happen before the holidays. I mean, it's not rumored anymore. We're seeing it now. And Marley's absence makes it seem as though the process has officially begun, although Disney hasn't said anything at this point. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT, and their team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland resorts to the Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free, so book today. Animal rights activist Rick O'Barry has posted an open letter to Disney executives asking for a proper retirement for the dolphins set to be relocated from the seas at EPCOT. The letter was shared as a blog post on the website of Dolphin Project, a nonprofit organization dedicated to the welfare and protection of dolphins worldwide. Addressed to Jeff Vail, the president of Walt Disney World Resort, Josh D'Amaro, the chairman of Disney Experiences, and Thomas Moslem, the president of New Experiences Portfolio and Disney Signature Experiences, the letter reads as follows. For decades, Disney has been a pioneer of imagination, creativity, and innovation. From your timeless films to your unforgettable theme park experiences, you've inspired generations to dream big, care for the world around them, and embrace progress. One of the areas where Disney has consistently excelled is encouraging people, particularly children, to fall in love with the ocean and all of its inhabitants through films like The Little Mermaid, Finding Nemo, and Moana. These films have nurtured a deep appreciation and respect for the wonders of marine life in the hearts of children and adults alike. And with this in mind, we urge you to take an important step towards embracing the values you've inspired in millions of individuals by offering a proper retirement to the dolphins currently living at EPCOT, rather than relocating them to another marine park by sending them to Gulfarium Marine Adventure Park. Gulfarium, since it opens its doors, has failed to report the deaths of at least 6 dolphins and has one of the highest death rates of any dolphinarium in the United States. I didn't even know that was a word. I had no idea. We firmly believe moving them there is the wrong choice for their physical, mental, and emotional well-being. In contrast, a sanctuary would provide the dolphins with a true retirement where they could live out the rest of their lives in a peaceful environment and provide a safe space where they could engage in behaviors more attuned with their natural instincts. Since 2019, 13-year-old Izzy McGilly started Save the Disney Dolphins, or SAD, a movement to end Disney's captive marine mammal programs. In 2022, SAD, together with a Dolphin Project, launched a petition to ask that the captive dolphins at EPCOT be retired, a petition which has gained 25,000 plus signatures. While we recognize you've taken steps to remove them from your attractions, a change of location is not a change towards progress. Walt Disney himself was known for his progressive ideas and forward-looking vision. His legacy of inspiring wonder and stewardship towards the environment lives on through Disney's influence today. And by choosing to retire the EPCOT Dolphins to a sanctuary, Disney would not only honor the mammals' well-being, but also make a bold, pioneering statement that will be remembered as a turning point in marine conservation. By combining Disney's resources with Dolphin Project's knowledge, passion, and expertise, together we can create a sanctuary that gives the dolphins a second chance at life. Created by Dolphin Project, the Uma Lumba Rehabilitation, Release, and Retirement Center in West Bali, Indonesia, is the first and only permanent dolphin rehabilitation, release, and retirement facility for formerly performing dolphins. It's the gold standard for dolphin care and offers a model that can be replicated in other parts of the world. Together, we can set a powerful example of what true conservation looks like, and after years of performing for tourists, give the EPCOT Dolphins a retirement that they deserve. With kind regards, Richard O'Barry, the founder and director of Dolphin Project. The open letter is in reference to recent news that 3 male dolphins currently residing at the seas will be relocated to the Gulfarium Marine Adventure Park in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, later this month. According to Disney, the decision came after a comprehensive evaluation as to what is best for these dolphins as infrastructure work progresses at the seas. Guests are able to see dolphins on the 2-hour backstage tour, Dolphins in Depth, until the offering is discontinued on October 20th. Attached to the letter is a petition via Action Network sponsored by Dolphin Project to save the Disney Dolphins. Again, at time of publishing, 26,385 signatures have been collected. O'Barry is the founder and director of Dolphin Project. He began his career in the 1960s as a dolphin trainer on the American TV series Flipper, but went into animal activism when Kathy, the dolphin who played Flipper the most, died in his arms. Together, O'Barry and Dolphin Project seek to educate the public about dolphin captivity and, when possible, retire or release captive dolphins. Guests using the single rider line for Star Wars Rise of the Resistance at Hollywood Studios will no longer skip the pre-show. The single rider line, which started testing again on September 20th, no longer bypasses the pre-show scenes. That means that single riders will get to see Rey with BB-8 and ride in the intersystem transport ship. Guests previously bypassed both and went straight to the Star Destroyer hangar, which made no sense. The line leads right through an open emergency exit door, and once through the emergency exit door, we continue through the line until we finally came to the first room where single riders and riders in the regular queue joined together. As of now, though, single riders are entering the pre-shows in large single rider groups. No larger groups are being let in with them. After the pre-show, single riders and guests in groups of 2 or more are separated again, and single riders are told to use the left lane while larger parties use the right. Though single riders will now take a different route once in line to see the pre-shows, they will enter the queue in the same spot near the attraction's exit. The Star Wars Rise of the Resistance single rider line debuted in July. The option stopped being offered on July 29th. According to cast members, the single rider line is still only a test, and no decision has been made whether or not it will be permanent, but I do think forcing people to watch the pre-shows is a step in that direction because now it is show quality. Now you get the full story, even though you go through the single rider line, which is the right thing to do. We did complain about this a couple shows ago, and I'm very happy to see that Disney has addressed this, and definitely a step in the right direction. So now not only can you wait a shorter time, you do get the full experience. The first full collection of 2024 Christmas merchandise has arrived at Walt Disney World, featuring a castle-themed countdown calendar, holiday Crocs, and more. That first batch can be found at Disney's Animal Kingdom. We found everything inside Riverside Depot. There's a Christmas chocolate countdown calendar for $14.99, a Christmas countdown calendar figure for $59.99, a Minnie Mouse stocking for $34.99. The Mickey Mouse counterpart is $34.99. There's a Mickey collectible key ornament for this year for $24.99. A Walt Disney World Christmas shirt for $29.99. Christmas Crocs are $74.99. A Mickey Mouse Holiday Lights Loungefly mini backpack is $79.99. The Walt Disney World Holiday Spirit jersey is $84.99. A youth holiday shirt is $26.99. The Holiday Crocs for youth are $64.99. The Snowman Loungefly mini backpack is $99. The Snowman ear headband is $34.99. And the youth holiday spirit jersey is $54.99. The walls are down at the Cake Bake Shop by Gwendolyn Rogers, and the menus for both the bakery and the restaurant have been revealed. You can find the full list on our website. I'm actually not going to read this for you now because it's very long. But we have to talk about this for a minute because the prices are, even by theme park standards, insane. And I know I've seen some comments where people come in and go, well, it's Disney World, what do you expect? Look, I live in this bubble consistently, right? So whether I'm home and going to Walt Disney World or I'm traveling to a Disney property or a Universal property somewhere in the world, that's a majority of where I spend my year, is on theme park properties worldwide. I will tell you, for any of them, these prices are very, very high. A $26 slice of cake is a lot. A $23 egg sandwich is a lot. And a $32 hamburger with fries is definitely a lot. I believe the side order of French fries is $14. But what is most egregious, if that doesn't put things in perspective for you, I think the drink prices have to. Because a Coke is $8 and a chocolate milk is $9. Look, I am in some cases desensitized to the pricing, right? We review festivals en masse. We go and spend $250 on a review meal at Jock Lindsay's. But those things feel more within the norm as opposed to this, which is, we are approaching beyond signature dining prices, right? Like I can go eat at Gico for the same price or cheaper and get filet mignon and an appetizer and a cocktail at that point. And an entree at Gico is in the similar range of a hamburger at this restaurant. And I'm sorry, I don't care how good this place is. I am sure that's not at the level of a signature dish at a Disney restaurant because it's not a restaurant like that, right? It's not a signature dining venue. And look, I'm sure these cakes are very artisan and they take a lot of time. And honestly, the $26 cake slice may be the thing that I'm the least, up in arms about, but $23 for an egg sandwich seems absurd. And no, there's not like lobster or crab in it. So let everyone take a step back and think for a second. So this is pretty wild. They are expected to open soon. Obviously, walls are down. We know they've been training. We don't know when yet, but this has been under construction for a very long time. I know the jokes were made that this is to recoup some of the expenses of that long construction period, but I don't know that this is in response to that. This is probably what they had planned all along. To give you an idea, they do have other locations. Their Indianapolis location, by comparison, most prices are 50% higher at Disney World, and it's already considered sort of a luxury experience in Indianapolis, and it's, people say it's full all the time there. And I kind of wonder, will that happen here, or is this, is $6 more per dish on average too much even for a Walt Disney World crowd? I think it might be. I think it might. I think they're going to have a real strong brunch crowd no matter what, at least for a while. But I think guests are going to draw the line. Guests have drawn the line in other ways, I think. And I think this might be another case where people do. Let us know in the comments how you feel. Are you still going to eat here even though? Someone asked if we're going to go have the most expensive review of our careers. It seems somewhat likely that it might be, but also it may not be because I may not do. In old times, I remember we went to the grand opening at Toledo and we took like 10 people. And I imagine 10 people at Toledo with appetizers, entrees, cocktails, and dessert, probably still more than if we take 4 or 5 or 6 people to Cake Bake, but it's neither here nor there. Let me know in the comments how you feel about it. I'm sure it will not be mostly positive. Since our last update, the Disney Vacation Club Tower at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort has seen significant updates, including a new mural and full swimming pool. First, we got to look at the pathways that go from the existing buildings at the resort to the new DVC Island Tower. They're coming along nicely and look like they're almost complete. We talked to a cast member about the Magic Kingdom walkway. They said it was almost finished, but it would not reopen until the Island Tower's construction was finished. Here is the newly added mural, at least the start of it. It depicts a turtle in front of Polynesian-themed detailing. Major changes have come to the main entrance of the building. In our last update, the canopy in front of the entrance was gray and surrounded by scaffolding, but now most of the scaffolding is gone and plywood has been added around the columns. We also spotted construction crews actively working on and painting the roof of the building. Many balconies have been completed on the section of the building above. Railings have also been added to every balcony on the second floor of the building. A black fence has been installed around the pool area. You can see the Moana splash pad is coming along in the background while construction crews work inside the pool area. For the first time, the pool is also full. Near the pool, the Moana splash pad has gotten some additional details. The outrigger canoe is still wrapped in plastic, but we noticed that blue padding has been added around it. Over at the Wailulu Bar and Grill, wood panels are being added to the roof, and some of the columns beneath the roof are yellow, while others are still gray and have received no details yet. Glass has been added to all of the windows in this corner of the building, and plants have been added to the exterior of the top 2 floors. Those are not real, by the way. Plants have also been added to the garden near the mural we reported on in our last update. This wide-angle photo shows the wide area that construction crews were working on when we visited. The large square opening will be home to another garden. It has not received a mural yet, and the plants in the area are still covered in plastic. The Island Tower at Disney's Polynesian Villas and Bungalows will open on December 17th. And I'm going to throw my 2 cents in here. That mural is not going to fix it. That doesn't fix it. That's an ugly stucco side of a building. And this is what we saw. Riviera has spots like this, and that's why I hate Riviera. I think it is the ugliest building. This has given it a run for its money and may replace it on my list. This is painting, it's lipstick on a pig, putting that mural on that unthemed stucco side of that building. That up against those longhouses, which, and the bungalows for that matter, which absolutely capture the spirit of the resort's theme. You know, I remember people were upset when the bungalows got added, but say what you want, the bungalows fit the theme. They absolutely match. They feel like they belong there, whether you like that they block the view or not. This building looks nothing like the rest of the resort. It doesn't blend in any way. This is a terrible project, a terrible, terrible mistake. Well, let's keep talking about DVC. You've heard us talking about renting DVC points through our friends at DVCRentalStore.com, and if you've rented points and gotten a taste of the DVC lifestyle of a Walt Disney World vacation, you might be thinking that it's time to jump in and join the club. But did you know you don't have to pay the full price for a Disney Vacation Club membership? You can save thousands of dollars when you buy resale contracts. Contact our friends at DVC Resale Market to find out how much you can save. Go to dvcresalemarket.com/WDWNT for more information. If you buy the Polynesian and for some reason like this building, you get the benefit of the early booking opportunity. So we're actually going to take advantage of that. October 15th is the day we can start booking because we own a contract at Polynesian that was a resale one. We paid half of what the regular price would be. We've stayed in a bungalow before using that contract. It was a great deal. And now we will have the benefit of if we want to book early at the Island Tower, we can, and we will, so I can give you a tour of that room and be very upset for 20 minutes on your YouTube. So, but if you want to buy at that resort or any of the nicer ones, they would be happy to help you. Real quick, I do want to plug some product. Santa Gertie. We have sold, I think we're at 550 of them sold now. So again, we have a limited edition of 1,000, minus those we hold back in case there's shipping problems or, you know, for us. But beyond that, so there's way less than half left at this point. So if you want a Santa Gertie, this is the original. These are gone. They're sold out. We have no more. These are done. And this is the last time we're going to make a Gertie. So if you want Santa Gertie, you know, time is running out. I don't know when they're going to sell out, but we haven't even promoted it on TikTok and Instagram yet because we're waiting on the sample to arrive to do that. This is, you guys have the first jump. Those of you that watch News Today, our WIGS members, etc. We're marketing this real hard to you because we want to make sure you guys don't miss out if you want one or if you want to get one as a gift for somebody. So again, WDWNT.shop is where you want to go right now to pre-order Gertie. If you're a WIGS member, you do get a discount. And again, they are more than halfway gone. So I'm going to keep mentioning this until they're gone just to make sure everyone that wants one gets one. There is other great product while you're there, while you're pre-ordering that. We still have WDW News Today logo hats, shirts, pins, all sorts of great stuff there. So do a little shopping while you're over there, again, at WDWNT.shop. The Jungle Cruise reopened over the weekend at Disneyland Park after being closed for a reportedly $600,000 refurbishment in August. While much of the ride looks unchanged, framework for a new structure is now hidden behind scrim at the Tiger Scene. The Orange County Register reported that Disneyland had filed permits valued at $600,000 to replace the Jungle Cruise Tiger Scene inside the crumbling ruins section. The Jungle Cruise was closed from September 16th through October 3rd, and last November, walls suddenly went up around the ruins, with the audio animatronic tiger still visible at the scene center. Now what appears to be 2 levels of steel framework tower over the top of the former makeshift tiger shrine, covered by green scrim. We can only assume that while the ride has reopened from refurb, work is going to continue on this scene. Obviously, they got as much done as they could while it was closed, but they want the Jungle Cruise to operate as much as possible. The permits were for new electrical footings, a steel frame, and cement plaster rockwork. During our visit, we can only see the steel frame. The tiger was moving, but still surrounded by those previously erected construction walls. The Enchanted Tiki Bar Instagram account is hinting that the new Haunted Mansion Madame Leota Tiki mug, currently available to Club 33 members, may be coming to Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar at Disneyland Hotel. The new Madame Leota Tiki mug is available exclusively at 1901 Lounge at California Adventure. However, it may be coming to Trader Sam's at the Disneyland Hotel, according to that cryptic Instagram post. The Tiki mug was designed by Tank's Tikis, which gives a detailed representation of Madame Leota's floating head as it appears inside her crystal ball in the Haunted Mansion. The mug is a ghostly green color. The front features Madame Leota's face carved in the middle of her flowing hair, and from the side profile you can see that the lip of the Tiki mug is slanted. From the opposite side you can see some of the stars in the design behind Madame Leota's hair, and the back of the mug features instruments and animals as seen during the seance room scene of the ride. The image shows a harp, trumpet, and a raven. The Tiki mug comes with a wooden stand reminiscent of the one that Madame Leota's crystal ball sits on during the ride. The bottom of the mug has the Disney Artist Showcase wordmark, the signature of Tank, and the 1901 Lounge logo. Now keep in mind, when they make these for other locations, there should be different coloring and such. The markings will be different as well. So this has happened before where Club 33 or 1901 or something of the sort will get a version of a mug and then a different version comes out at Trader Sam's, so we expect that. No word on if Florida is going to get a Halloween mug this year. We assume it will be. Usually it's the same thing in a different color or with different markings also. So maybe there'll be 3 versions of the Madame Leota. We'll have to wait and see, but we'll keep you in the loop as we get more information. The East Japan Railway Company, JR East, and Oriental Land Company, the owners of the Tokyo Disney Resort, will launch a Fantasy Springs-themed bullet train this month. The Magical Journey Shinkansen will run for a limited period starting October 10th. This marks the first time an E5 series Shinkansen will be fully wrapped in a special design. The concept art shows a blue, green, and purple wrap featuring Fantasy Springs characters and imagery. Special window shades will also feature imagery representing the 3 areas of the land: Frozen Kingdom, Rapunzel's Forest, and Peter Pan's Neverland. The train will play melodies based on the port as well. The train will run between Tokyo and Shin Hakodate Hokuto. It will mainly be in operation as the Hayabusa, Hayate, Yamabiko, and Nasuno trains. It is tentatively scheduled to be in service through the beginning of June 2025. For more information, visit the Magical Journey Shinkansen page of the JR East website, but do be advised it's only in Japanese and you'll have to translate it. Of course, also a Fantasy Springs-themed airplane is also launching this month. Fantasy Springs is the 8th themed port at Tokyo Disney Sea. It opened on June 6, 2024. The now defunct Walt Disney World attraction ExtraTERRORestrial Alien Encounter is being parodied as a gore-filled play in Hollywood, California. After its soft opening on December 16th of 1994, I was there for that, the ExtraTERRORestrial Alien Encounter terrified Magic Kingdom guests every day. It was operational until it closed forever on October 12th of 2003. More than 20 years later, a new play will take Disney fans down memory lane with a new parody of the defunct attraction. The play is called Alien Encounter, and it was created by Adam Franklin and Amit Edelman. And for those of you who think going to the show will be nothing but fun, there's a warning attached to performances. It's as follows. Audiences will be covered in blood. Dress accordingly. Don't wear anything nice. The show will be performed at the Titmouse Warehouse in Hollywood, California on select dates through October. The Alien Encounter storyline will parody the original Magic Kingdom attraction. The show will begin with an alien being transported to the same room as the audience where it breaks free and wreaks havoc. Edelman says that the show will be an original production and a total retelling of the original concept. He said the following when asked why he was inspired to create the project: "We just love the insanity of what Disney attempted, and their concept was so fun. It was so totally inappropriate for Disney parks, but so very appropriate for the Trepanny House." The show will perform at 8 p.m. Pacific time on the following dates: October 4th, 5th, 11th, 12th, 18th, 19th, 25th, 26th, 30th, and 31st. For information on the show and tickets, visit trepannyhouse.org. This is cool. Some people working on this emailed us a couple weeks ago to tell us about this, and I was very seriously thinking about going because I love Alien Encounter. It was one of those things I don't know that I appreciated as a kid, but later in life really fell in love with. Look, I don't think it was the greatest attraction ever, but there's some stuff about it. There's something about it. There's this aura and mystique about an attraction with a murderous alien that got built in the most family-friendly theme park in the world. There is absolutely something there, and there are so many stories to be told, and it'd be really great if someone did something where you could hear those stories. I'm not saying anything's happening, but stay tuned. But either way, it's very cool that that's happening. I love the fact that Alien Encounter, things are always happening to keep the memory of that attraction alive, and I love that it is. For the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind the show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bon voyage! That's from Alien Encounter. For the young people watching.